Hi, Taurus. I'm sorry you guys had to wait the longest this month. So I'm gonna do July reading for you guys. And when I was sort of like focusing in on you guys' energy, I got a message for some of you, and they say like don't believe the hype or something. You know, it's like don't get lost in the hype of it. Apply that to your situation if it resonates with you. What they're really trying to show me is that, well, they want me to share with you guys for the month of July is to stay authentic to yourself, because I feel that there's will be a lot of situations and people that could have, they just sort of want to push you out of your comfort zone, and they want to, wow, beautiful, they sort of want to push you out of your comfort zone, but they also sort of want to neglect everything you stand for. So there, of course, sometimes it's good to just get out of your comfort zone, and to try something different and to go to a certain party that normally you wouldn't go to, but you know, you're just gonna try, and that's good. Be open for that. Only when they ask you to neglect everything you stand for, in a way, like something that is really just part of you and your self-love and self-worth and self-respect, even it's your own image, like they're sort of trying to test or maybe sort of criticizing your character, then be aware of that for the month of July, because that can come on, I'm getting, and they just wanted me to tell you guys that it's totally fine to be yourself, and sometimes to stand out and not get lost in the hype or follow the hype, to just do you, because you're on a different pathway than some people. And be open for new things, like I said, new energy, but don't neglect yourself this month. That's really the message. So take it as it resonates. That's just something they're really pushing me to tell you, so I did. Now let's see what's coming out, because I feel in a way for you guys it will be a month where there's a lot of new energy, you know, and a lot of movement. And I have the Page of Swords, and that's exactly a person that could try and sort of speak you into things and to make you want to do certain things, or by just being High Priestess. This person can exactly like do that. You know, it's like, no, but come on, you know, let's go, and I'll take care of that, and that's not an issue, and let's not worry about this, let's not worry about that. And then we have the Page of Swords, you know, is also somebody online or some quick, you know, information, but it's also stalking in a way. So could be that, yes, of course, we're going through a lot of eclipses, and we're also starting Mercury retrograde the end of July, so those energies will definitely be around from like half of July already. So I'm seeing that some of you guys, like some of my Taurus people, maybe have like maybe you guys are also tarot readers, or just have a YouTube channel, or have like a thing going on Instagram, you know, and they're just people that want, they give their opinion about something, but in such a way where it looks like they decide what you do with your Instagram, or they decide the way you read your cards, or they want to like sort of say certain things in a way where they sort of think they have the power over the fact that you have to please them. You have to upload a certain video in a certain way and speak in a certain manner to be able to please them or something, like then it's good, but it's based on a personal opinion, so that has really nothing to do with you. That's why I said don't get lost in the hype. People can come at you getting it so strongly. So it's probably for just a couple Taurus people, but I'm just giving you a heads up. There's also what they're showing me with this, like there's sort of like more behind the communication. There's way more behind it. So if you have, like, for example, your ex contacts you and he or she has like a very short message and they just say a couple things, there's way more that goes behind the scenes. Like if they just say like, hey, yeah, hey, I sometimes think about us, or I sometimes think about you. They think about you a lot. They check out your Instagram a lot. They check, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, cross watchers, but it's not for everybody. But there are definitely some tourists that will get that contact. There's more behind it. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So, we have the Two of Cups. Wow, and the King of Cups. So love is in the air. Love is definitely in the air. Let me see. What else do we got going? That is... Wow. I'm going to speak about this in a bit, but I first want to get some more cards out because... And there we got the Star card. That's beautiful, Taurus, because it already fell out. Remember when I first started shuffling, but it came out with like 20 other cards, but it wasn't right on top. The Star card. Beautiful. A wish fulfillment. Feeling better. Starting to heal. Starting to align. Starting to walk your right pathway. Good job, Taurus. Good job. Yeah. Completion. Oh, I'm happy. I felt that already when I started this reading. It's like there's just a lot of things gonna shift in for you guys. Let me see. Taurus for the month of July. Anything else? Beautiful. Six of Wands. Victory. Ooh, that is so nice. Some of you are definitely gonna get some increase when it comes to recognition. When it comes, if you have, like I spoke about, right? Like if you are a tarot card reader, or maybe you have a business online, or another sort of YouTube channel. Nine of Swords. Good, let's talk about that. That's gonna have a lot of increase this month, so that's great. Yeah, okay. Good, Taurus, let's talk. What a beautiful reading. And I know there are some things out here on the table, but if there were not, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. I'd just be like, great month, see you next month, bye. You know, we kind of sort of need to talk as well. So they're showing me outcomes, they're showing me directions, the overall energies, and then they show me what's going on within you. You know, and if they wouldn't do that, then I couldn't talk about it. So what I felt for you guys when it comes to your spiritual self, you know, your soul and your life in general. Last couple of months, I felt an energy around you guys, and I spoke about that in the monthlies. I just knew that things will get better for my Taurus. I just also know that it really depends on how much you were allowing it to come in, like how much you were willing to put certain thinking patterns and sort of value towards the stability and stuff and things you've built up on, how much you allow that to sort of come in, you know, and to set certain value towards that stability aside for a little bit and open up your mind and heart for whatever was supposed to come in. And that was a journey, and some of my Taurus people already picked up on that really quickly. And some of you guys, it just took some time. And there was so much going on, especially like in Gemini season, like June and end of May, end of your season, um, where it got like very cloudy, and it wouldn't move, and you wanting to sort of, I felt like it was sort of like the beginning stage. It's like, okay, I think I want to change. I'm not sure what that change will look like. I'm not sure what that new pathway, will, where that starts, and how that starts. But I feel the need growing and growing for me to sort of evolve and to transform. And I don't know how this is gonna take shape, and how and when that will start to come into my life, or when I will start to walk that path. But I feel that is growing inside me, and I some of you guys were just very confused about it, with like, I feel that, but I can't name it. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking I'm just gonna let it on the side for a little bit more, and just not speaking about it, not really letting anybody know that you were having those feels of sort of that craving for the change, and that for that evolvement. And I feel, especially for the Taurus that have been having a very practical 3D life these last couple of years, of like, I have a work where it requires me to use my mental energy and to, be work with schedules and things like that. And when I come home, I have just, a partner that's also very focused on the practical things in life, and my family is the same. I've lived this life where I always have to sort of do the things that make sense and show up as in like a practical way, and think with my mind and not feel with the soul. Emotions are around, but they don't they don't evolve like decisions that I'm making decisions on things that make sense. I'm making decisions based on what other people think would fit for me. And I feel that life was just at one point so suffocating to you. And I'm not saying it's the wrong way of living. Sometimes that is what you're supposed to do in this very lifetime, to become more practical. You don't know. But for some of you guys that have that pull from the universe towards more of like a spiritual way of living, a way of thinking, that doesn't mean you need to change your life 180. It could like have needing sort of like new elements of more of like your purpose, your soul's purpose. And you felt that pull, but you weren't really communicating it. But you also couldn't neglect it anymore, because it got you, it sort of like held you up at night. You were like, what's going on with me? Why do I feel this craving? Why do I feel this need to just run away, or to just go on a vacation for by myself, on my own, to travel and to explore and to, what is going on with me? I feel that for some of you guys, that was really what's going on these last couple months. And what is happening in July is that for the people who are really sort of like hold back into that lifestyle, that practical sense of life, and knowing and feeling that there's more out there for you in this lifetime, like it's part of your soul's path. You're supposed to walk that's your purpose. That's why you feel that pull. That's definitely starting in July. I'm seeing that for a lot of you guys, and you're gonna put those 10 of wands down, because when you live a certain lifestyle that is not in alignment with your soul, with what you're supposed to do in this very lifetime, I'm talking about right here, right now, you can feel like the whole world is on your shoulders. You can feel like you're just carrying so much load, like things start to feel so heavy to you. People, places, work when maybe it wasn't like that in the beginning, or maybe it always felt like that when you see others just doing it like it's nada, and for you it's just been always very draining and very intense. That's because you're here with a different purpose, and I feel that the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Wands is that completion of that cycle, because you're finding the answers within in what it is that is making you feel like this. You first have to find the reason why. That is a journey. That's part of the journey. Like, why do I feel drained? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like I just can't get it right? Or why am I up at night overthinking everything? What is wrong with me? What is going on? Like that. That's coming into completion, like finding the reason why you feel like that, and then acting upon it is the next stage. First finding it and then accepting it as it is also part of it. It's also a level, because accepting that this is not for you is probably the hardest thing, and especially for a Taurus. It is hard to accept that the life you live, or the everything you worked so hard for turns out not to be for you. And that takes some time to get used to. But it's not because you've been working and putting on all this energy in this life, or in this job, or in this relationship, or in this, I don't know, friendship or family situation. That's not wasted time. It's a very valuable time. It's very important, because you had to let go of certain things from a past life. You had to relive that similar life to know that that is not for you. That realization moment is like key. Is key. It was supposed to happen, but first you had to relive it to have that awakening moment. And what's going to happen is, once you come into alignment with the acceptance of as is, and acceptance of this is not for me, beautiful things start to happen. Because then the next step to leave it behind, to move into new directions, to come into alignment with your soul's path and with the soul, what she is telling you, he or she. Well, she, I think, soul says she's. What is telling you. It's so easy to walk away then. You know what? Because when you're not walking away, when you're not putting the Ten of Wands down, you're not complete. You haven't completed the acceptance phase yet. First of all, you feel it. Then you acknowledge it. You find what is making you feel like that. And then to accept that that is what is not making you happy, that is the biggest part. And that was like these last couple of months, what was happening within you. It's not always just something rationally are aware of. You just feel, you grow through those emotions. The acceptance, after the acceptance, then you're just gonna walk. It's gonna go naturally. It's gonna flow naturally. And what's gonna bring you is recognition, because once you come in alignment with what is truly for you, universe is going to put a hell of a lot of energy behind that, whether that's a business online, whether that is a new job, whether that's working in I don't know, overseas or something. It's anything, it will come on your pathway once you accept it. What is not what's for you. There's something more out there. You're open for it. You're not trying to manipulate or to evolve yourself with the outcome. You're not trying to create another situation where you thought that this is what makes sense. You just gotta be open. Stand there. Have a conversation with the universe and say, listen, I'm open. I'm awake. I'm aware. Bring in whatever you got for me. And I see that there's a love relationship around you for my Taurus people that are sort of like been casually dating. that person is evolving because they're responding to your energy. They sort of couldn't get a grip on what you really expect from them or what you really wanted from them because you didn't even really know. Fail. Like you couldn't send out that energy. So they just walked around you a little bit like, hey, let's, have lunch and dinner and stuff. And oh, okay, like it's fun, oh, I won't see you for 2 weeks. Okay, fine, that's good. But that is evolving because I have an evolution of emotions and feelings. So there's a relationship around or is coming in, and maybe through that new work and job situation, because coming in with the Eight of Pentacles is an offer. Also feeling that job offer is like coming in, so it's really positive as you're making decisions based on your soul's path. Your soul knows best. It's what I said to Capricorns as well. Your soul knows. He knows. And also when in jobs, for example, like you have a new job and you just pick up everything in like one day and you're even surprised about it. That's because your soul already knows how to do it. And you just remembering how to do it. It's funny. Like sometimes we come into those type of situations, It's like I have, for example, I have a weird talent for shooting guns. I don't, like in Holland it's not legal to have guns or whatever, but once I went to like a shooting thing, like a club. Like it was a lot of fun. I love to just do that, but it's not like I'm for like gun holding and everything. I'm not gonna get involved in that, okay? No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm just saying, like, the first time I shot the gun, on that in that thing, I got everything straight in, like the thing I needed to shoot, and it was like, I don't know, 15 meters or something. It was like really far away. And it came back, and even the guy was like, ooh, what the fuck? I'm sorry for swearing. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I have weird talents that you really can't do anything with. I just do. I have like certain skills that is like kind of useless in a way. So yeah, and then I had like other moments and stuff, and I just always shoot right. Like I never miss. Like maybe I've missed once or something, but like I've almost never missed. That was surprising to me, but I guess that in another lifetime I've learned that, so I just remember how to do it and I just tried it. I didn't put any pressure on myself because I was a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't put any pressure on myself, but I came back and I had everything straight up. So it's like, I guess my soul knows, and sometimes we will have that with things. And yeah, maybe it's not that useful in this very lifetime, like I have. I'm not looking for a profession in anything that involves a gun, I'm just staying aligned with the nature, okay? But guys, what I'm trying to say, right? And there's like this love relationship as well. It's like, it's just, you're growing closer together, and I'm getting that for you guys who've been together with your partner for a long time. This month is a rekindling month, and take time to love, feel the love, like feel the soft, the Cancer energy, and just speak your mind, speak your truth. Just have conversations about this. Let them in on what's been going on with you, why you've been feeling this, because you will find the answers why. Now you can share it with your partner, and he or she is very supportive, even more supportive than you think that they can be. They just sometimes need some time to catch up, because you've been thinking about this for a very long time and you just drop a bomb on them. So just give them some space in that as well. But I see that they're very kind of loving and very understanding, and still like standing next to you like, hey, you're my soulmate, so whatever makes your soul happy makes my soul happy too, And if you're not in a relationship that will support you on that level, then you might have think twice if that is really something that is in alignment with you still, I'm leaving it up to you. You perfectly able to make the decision, but just don't do everything at once. Just let Mercury retrograde pass as well, but start with the small steps. Just go, walk, just go, and I'm seeing you doing that, because this coming up with like the fire energy. I'm also seeing that one day you're like, yes, I'm gonna go and I have this idea and that energy, and I feel good and I feel better and I'm gonna share this with the world or whatever like that. And then like next day you're like, oh, I'm not sure. This is a big step. I don't know if I'm ready. That's okay, because it's universal energies. They're supposed to make you doubt a little bit, but to live and follow the days that will have you, give you this feeling, making decisions to follow your life path and to just, have victory over that, because you're gonna get a lot of recognition, and also use that as a guideline. If something just comes pretty easy, like easier than you expected, just know that that's the universe like open up the door for you. It's like, hey, you're close. Like now you're getting into direction. Let me open up this door for you, Welcome home. Like that. Beautiful. I'm seeing a job offer as well for you guys, so that's very nice. Just don't get too stuck in your head and your mind and trying to hold on to everything as is, First, if you haven't completed the acceptance phase yet, then just go through that. Just take time for that as well, and then go into like action phase, because to walk away after the acceptance came, you can just walk, Beautiful. Seek. I know another sign got this as well. Maybe it was your moon or rising. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of the universe. It says spirit, but I say universe. Including you. We're all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. Soulmate energy as well. But also the things that are in alignment with you, you will attract. You first have to put some things down. This is not a way to live, Taurus. This is a way of surviving. This is not a way of living. So take some time in July to just have fun. If you're in a relationship that could use some rekindling, could use some really soul energy, go out in nature together. Go to the beach or go take a walk in nature and just be. You don't even need to communicate. I don't know, take pictures together or something. Do something fun, or just sit and be in nature together, and let the souls communicate. There are no words needed for that. Just be in alignment with it. And also when dating comes, maybe you want to try something different on the first date. If you're taking a girl out, we're talking about like a masculine energy, taking the feminine out, and just do something completely different on the first date than having a drink or going to the movies or having dinner. Just do something that connects to like nature or something spiritual. I don't know, because I think she might like that. So try that. I think that was a beautiful reading, and I love you guys' energy. Oh, I'm so relaxed in this energy. So thank you for that. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday this Sunday. It's Kansas season. And I'll be back refreshed with the new readings the end of July or beginning of August. I'm not sure yet. I would also like to be a little bit in the Mercury retrograde energy before I start doing the readings. Otherwise, just like, oh, your ex is here and here. The cards need some time to catch up as well. Thank you so much, Taurus. I really appreciate you guys. You guys don't even know how much. Like, I really, really do. Always feel very connected to you guys. So thank you for that. Well, that is my sign. The cards are going. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next month. Bye, Taurus. I love you guys. Have fun this month. Bye. I love you.